Stephen A. Smith, this comes from his Instagram. James Harden is not a max player anymore. Honestly, I agree with this. I feel like his play this season definitely wasn't that good, but overall, he really hasn't been a leader in a leading type situation where he had to be a leading scorer. So hopefully next season he can start leading more. But honestly, I feel like the production he really put up this season is definitely not worth a max contract. And I agree with what Stephen A. Smith is saying. NBA playoffs Friday, May 6th. So the Heat is leading the series 2-0 right now against the 76ers. Heat versus 76ers. This is my final prediction. I think the Heat are going to win. I think final score is going to be 116 Heat to 104 76ers. I think, honestly, man, complete blowout tonight. Honestly, not that close. The Suns versus the Mavericks. Honestly, I feel like the Suns are going to have a great offense game. It's saying 2-0. Honestly, this game's going to be pretty great, in my opinion. I think it's going to be very close. I think it's going to be 111 Suns to 110 Mavericks. I think they're going to win by 1 point. Honestly, going to be a great margin. But what do you think? What's your predictions? Comment them down below, and what do you think? This is CBS Sports. This is honestly a great post. The Mets are losing 1-7 in the 9th inning, and the final score was 8 Mets to 7 Phillies. How do you let them score that many runs in one inning? You let them score 7 runs in one inning when there's it's just so bad. The Phillies just played horrible. The pitching really wasn't that great. Honestly, this is a great post and pretty comedic. This is Bleacher Report. Dillon Brooks has been suspended for Game 1 after a flagrant foul that injured Gary Payton Jr. II. Honestly, I agree with this. I feel like him getting suspended for 1 game is warranted. It did cause an injury. A lot of people were saying, oh, he didn't really mean to, or the injury was the only reason. That you have to take that in effect, that the injury, if he didn't injure the guy, obviously he wouldn't have been suspended. Look at Draymond Green, but the injury did cause him to miss some time, so I think he should miss at least 1 game. But what do you think? How much will this influence it? Steph Curry is getting guarded by Dillon Brooks, so does Steph Curry go off in the next game? What really happens? But what do you think? Comment down below. ESPN NBA, Jalen Rose on if the Lakers should trade LeBron James. You can't do that if you're the Lakers. That's almost like trading Kobe Bryant in the years that they didn't make the playoffs. Honestly, I agree with that. I feel like he was the only really positive thing that the Lakers had. He was averaging 30 points at 37 years old. Honestly, very impressive. And I just feel like you can't trade him. Honestly, it would be a horrible move. If they should trade anyone on the Lakers, it should be Anthony Davis next season. I feel like that would be the best move. Don't trade LeBron. Honestly, it would be a pretty regrettable move. But what do you think? He's responding to Stephen A. Smith. He was the one who introduced this. CBS Sports, the Heat all-time record when holding a series 2-0 lead. They have an 18-0. This is honestly insane. And do you think Joel Embiid will have a chance to come back and win this series? The mathematics are saying no. The statistics are saying no because they're 18-0 when they're up by 2-0.